Okay, welcome back everybody. Ryan here today for Polar Fox APU. So I've got our new heater here and I'm going to compare it with one of the cheaper units from Amazon and show you the pros and cons and all the great things about this nice new unit we got here. So first of all, everything's laid out here. This company that we're sourcing this from, they've worked with some of the bigger names out there, Webasto, Espar. They actually do some work for Daimler trucks and also for Volvo trucks worldwide. Pretty big in Europe and in Asia as well. I opened this thing up, and for the price, this is a very high quality unit. All the components are very high quality. It blows that cheaper stuff right out of the water, in my opinion. So first I'm going to start off with the unit here. This is a 4K unit. We also have them in a 2K unit as well. So pretty heavy. We'll show you the weights here against the cheaper Amazon unit in a minute. Like I said, very robust. One of the things that really caught my attention is the quality of the harness, your fuel lines, all that type of stuff. The pumps in here as well, but this is all wrapped in split loom. All of your plugs are the weather pack type where they actually have a rubber seal. And we'll show you the difference. Nice, you've already got your fusible link here, fuse holder I should say, that's sealed as well, just like anything normal you'll see out there in the automotive world. It's done right, in my opinion. So your exhaust here is pretty much standard as what you would see on the higher end units like your Espars, Webasto, and it also has a built-in muffler as well. Your intake, again, real nice, robust unit, and your controller as well. Nice harness on that. And with this you can actually set your temperature. This unit is Wi-Fi capable. We also offer a Bluetooth unit as well. There's a couple more capabilities with the Wi-Fi unit, so that's the Wi-Fi is kind of our standard unit, but we can do Bluetooth as well. What else we got here? Again, here's our fuel pump. Yeah, so nice fuel pump there, nice plug, I like that. And here's all your parts, nice little fuel filter. The correct clamp, so it ain't like a little hose clamp. These are the ones that actually tighten well. I don't have too many issues with these as with some of the cheaper hose clamps that strip or come apart. And again, like I said, split loom on everything here, so all pretty nice stuff, all high quality components, I think. So now, I'm gonna go ahead and show you, well, one other thing I wanted to show you about this. On your output side where your heat comes out, you got a lot larger diameter output than what the cheaper units do. So that's a plus as well. One other thing I didn't mention about the controller, it also has, I guess like a barometer or altimeter. So that can sense if you're in the higher altitudes, it changes that fuel air mixture so you don't have those, if you're I've been out in Wyoming or Montana and your heater won't run because obviously you're at a higher altitude, the air's thinner. If it isn't able to change that fuel air mixture, then it's not going to run. They'll smoke real bad, they won't run efficiently. So this has solved that issue as well, this unit in particular. We got an Amazon unit here we just got to show for comparison. A lot lighter. So this is actually a 5K unit is what it's rated at. This is a 4K is what ours is rated at. So you can see here the size and the difference of the ducts. And you can just feel the weight. So I'm going to weigh these real quick here. Okay. So about 7 pounds, 14 ounces there. I think that's what I weighed when I was born. Close to it. Okay, so 9 pounds, 14 ounces, so a full 2 pounds heavier. And that you're going from 7 to 9. That's a 20% difference. So, and like I said, this one's actually rated a little bit less than what this Amazon unit's rated at. Here's your install kit that comes with your cheaper units. So again, smaller ducts. Here's your fuel line pack. which it's usually, I found, not quite, the sizes don't usually match up with stuff. And here's your exhaust pipe, and these can be somewhat challenging to get to stay on at sometimes when you're trying to get them to stay onto the exhaust here. A lot of times you got to use like almost like a little muffler clamp or something to get them to stay on, because I think they give you like hose clamps with these. I put several of them in. And so here's what this isn't even long enough to actually get out from underneath the truck, you know, because you don't want that exhaust staying underneath the sleeper of the truck, because that could, if you have some leaks somewhere, that could come up and actually asphyxiate you in the truck. So this one here, it's almost double the length. So plenty of exhaust pipe there. This stuff's kind of, unless you're going to like a Thermo King deal or a Carrier deal, this stuff can be kind of hard to find sometimes. Like most of your muffler shops and Napa, stuff like that, they don't carry stuff that small. So when you only get that much, it can be a challenge to figure out how you're gonna, then you gotta bend it. I mean, you basically gotta have it like that, so you only got about 18 inches or so that it can actually go out from underneath your truck. So that's one thing, if you're ever installing one of these, make sure you get your exhaust out from underneath the trucks. It burns fuel, so you don't want all those fumes and everything hanging out underneath your truck that could come up inside of the truck. So make sure you're getting it out if you do install one of these. They do give you a little bit of a muffler here. You see, you can put that on the end. Helps quiet it down. And here is your harness. So this is what I've never liked about these. They don't put any split loom on this stuff. The stuff that comes through the floor is pretty chintzy. It's almost like that glorified electrical tape that's wrapped around it. Your fuse here is not weatherproofed or anything. So I mean, it's apples and oranges here basically. None of this stuff has any rubber seals or anything in it. So yeah, I think I'll definitely take this unit here over this. And I don't even see the fuel pump in here. They do give you some little T's and stuff like that. I guess if you wanted to have two outlets, I would rather have one bigger outlet coming out that'll give you a lot more flow, or volumetric flow. Fuel filter's kind of chintzy. And again, they give you these little spring clamps here for your fuel line, which I found that usually once you press them, it's not like good spring steel where they snap back. It usually, once you open them up, they kind of stay that way and don't compress very well. Okay, so here's the intake pipe that you get. Not very long. And they do give you a little intake breather or filter for that. I found the pump and stuff. It was over in the other box. So we can kind of compare that, and I have the panel here as well. Yeah, so just a lot better quality looking components all around. And here's your panel, which I've used these before. I mean, they do the job, but the only thing about these, like they're on, there's 5 settings, they're on or off. You can't really set a temperature. And I found, if it's cold outside, you set them up to 5, and then you wake up an hour later in a dead sweat, and it's like 150 degrees, like you're in Iraq or something. So that kind of sucks about these. So if you can actually set a thermostat where it actually work itself, and some of the other bigger names out there, I know they're set on timers. I found from my experience, they'll shut off after 10 hours, which, if you're doing a 34-hour reset somewhere in Montana in January, I mean, obviously you don't want it to shut off in 10 hours while you're sleeping. You'd be freezing to death. So this one doesn't do that. Okay, so we've got these side by side. Amazon unit here is the gray and black unit. Ours is the all black unit. So we're going to go ahead and open the hoods on these, if you will, and see what the differences are inside. So start with the 5K Amazon unit here. So pretty standard what you see in these. Got your fan motor here, which again, ours is a brushless motor as well. You have your controller here, your glow plug. We'll go ahead and see if we can pop this off. That actually just broke. Guess we'll have to grab one of those. So, and again, we already weighed them. I mean, you could definitely tell a difference. The other thing with this, see your controller here? That's all open. I mean, there's nothing around that. It's just not encased or anything. So we'll go ahead and open up our unit. Right here you have a aluminum controller top that's all encased. You don't have all these connections and everything that are just kind of hanging out. A little bit heavier wiring throughout everything here. You got this little tiny stuff. And we'll see if this one breaks. Hey, looky there, the glow plug top of it didn't break off, and we're trying to take the grommet off, as you can see. So definitely a lot better glow plug. And again, we do have the brushless motor on the fan motor. So there you have the internals. So the other couple things about this. This is E-Mark certified for Europe, so it has been ran through a certification process, has been certified over there. It has a Kyocera glow plug as well. You know, Kyocera, back in the late 90s, you all know Kyocera phones, so you know it's a name brand glow plug. And also, I believe it's good to -40 as far as heating temps. So a pretty robust unit. I'm really excited about it. We have these on our dpfdiscounter.com website. The 2K units are $659, and the 4K units, what you see here, is $699. We install them here at the shop in Canton, Ohio. $1,000 out the door if you're tax exempt. Some of the other names out there, I think they're $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 just for the unit that you got to pay for installation. So we'll get you out the door. In my opinion, guys, these heaters out here, if you don't have a heater and you're running your truck all winter long, this is your best ROI, bang for your buck. I mean, whether you go get the Amazon one, whatever, put in yourself, or buy ours, buy a quality unit with a lot better, safer, better looking components, higher quality manufacturer, you know, all of the above. Whatever you buy, a bunk heater is your cheapest bang for the buck ROI, not running your truck all winter when you don't need to. So I highly recommend having one in the truck. I mean, we've put in several for customers, and that's what they say. Their overall fuel economy in the wintertime has went up like 2 mpg. So it's a huge savings, whatever you buy. We are developing a coolant heater / bunk heater right now. So what we're going to do, I know there's some out there right now. They're not as prevalent in the U.S. market, so we're working on that as well. Should have that out here within a month or so, 2 months maybe. So what we're going to be able to heat the coolant, keep your engine warm while the engine's not running, and also use that coolant with a heat exchanger to provide a heat source as well. So it's twofold. You're keeping the engine warm in the winter and also keeping your bunk warm with the same heating unit. And then with our AC units and our batteries as well, that way we are finally able to offer a full inclusive APU experience, you know, on par with your diesel models, your Tri-Packs, Carrier, Thermo King, Green, all those. So that's one of the benefits of those diesel units, is that they were able to keep that coolant warm, and that's where with a lot of the electric units, you're obviously not able to do that. So with our new diesel-powered coolant heater / bunk heater, and then you package it with our great AC units and our wonderful state-of-the-art batteries, you are able to have a full encompassing E-APU solution and experience. Okay, so that's pretty much all we have for today, guys. So if you're interested in this, you're a do-it-yourselfer, check out dpfdiscounter.com. That's our e-commerce site where you can find this and several other of your problem needs out there, if you will. It's all your DPFs, sensors, DOCs, gaskets, clamps, all that good stuff. So, and these as well. We also handle these through our Polar Fox APU network. So if you're wanting one installed here, you can call us. We're here at a diesel emission specialist. to have that to schedule something, or like I said, if you're a do-it-yourselfer, the next install we do here, we'll try to put together, if time will allow, we'll try to put together a good do-it-yourself install video to kind of pair with that as well, and we'll put that up on the DPF Discounter website and all of our social media platforms as well once we get that done. But again, that's pretty much all I have for today. So check us out on all the dpfdiscounter.com, polarfoxapu.com. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the bell for the updates, and like the video.